Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'd like to know if anybody's seeing this test live stream, and if you could drop me a line, let me know how it looks, if you can hear me okay, if it's working all right, so I'll know what to fix from here, from this end. So, if you're out there, if you happen to watch, please do drop me a line. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, and all the rest of it. So you can hear me. So how about seeing? Can you see me at all? Let me know if you can see anything. And is it a picture? Is it me as I'm broadcasting, or is it just a still picture? I'm still trying to figure this thing out, as everybody's been asking. Sundar, let me know if you can see me. Oh, here it is. Says yes, the quality is perfect. So you can actually see my face and what I do. So tell me, tell me what I'm doing right now. Sundar, how about you? Can you see me okay in Romania? And what are you doing up so early? I'm trying to figure this thing out so I can have the live streams from now on, or once this thing is figured out, on YouTube instead of the Facebook pages. I think there, so many people have asked that if I could do it on YouTube as well, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. So, again, I'd appreciate any comment you can see. So you say the voice is okay, and you say you can see me. Oh, there it is. Macronic says, I've been wondering if you have any mental strategy to get over your ex being with multiple guys. Now, I'm going to address all that, but uh, I wish I had known your name, because you have your name as Mr. Chronicle So Fathom. So I don't know what to call you, but either way, I called you Adam. So Adam, at this very moment, I'm just trying to figure out if I'm doing things right here, and if you guys can see me as I'm looking at the screen. If you can see me, I'm drinking my tea, for example. Just want to make sure that it's interactive. And okay, Adam, your name is officially Adam now. But tell me, what color is my drink? I want to see. I want to see if you guys actually see me, because I don't see myself when I'm looking at the Facebook. I'm sorry, at YouTube. Um, I can only see myself when I'm looking at the OBS, the programming, the open programming. Now I wonder how I can get into the actual so I bet you guys are just seeing my picture and not me. Is that correct? I think that's how it is. The audio is good, however, the quality is a bit slow and tends not to keep up with the sound. The quality of the picture, you mean? And do you see me as I'm live, or do you see just a picture of me on the screen? So the screen is pausing. All right. Is that any better now? So on the picture, Adam, do you see a photo of me with the suit, or do you see me as I am right now? Like, do you see my hand moving, or is it just a photo sitting there? I see you as you are right now. Oh, I see. So you actually see bringing up this teacup, and you can see the color and everything. Ah, okay. It's interesting. I can't see myself here. I can only see myself as it's been broadcasted on the OBS screen, but on YouTube itself, when I go to my own channel, I can only see my um, still picture that I have pasted there. So anyhow, so at least it works. Which is good. Which is good news to me, because I've been trying to get this thing work for the past 6 months and I never knew how. Finally, I upgraded my operating system on my Mac, which was 10.9, and now it's High Sierra. So obviously that made it all change, and of course I looked at the tutorials and all that. So Sandeep says, yes, we can see you now clearly. Okay, good. I reduced the resolution a little bit from 2500 to 2000. Maybe the picture is a little bit better. And Lucid says, just broke up official as of tonight. Congratulations, Lucid. You have joined the alive people around the world, a normal people. So I guess to thank you guys for helping me to know that this channel is now, this live streaming is now a little bit tweaked up and works properly. So I guess I'm going to ask a few questions before I end, because this was not supposed to be a a session of Q&A. It was just meant to be setting up, me learning how to set this thing up. But I guess that could be my thank you for the next few minutes. I can be with you guys and see how many other people join us. If you ever see any kind of a lesson of the resolution or voice quality now, please make a comment, so I will learn how this thing works. But so far you say it's all good, and picture is clear and the voice is clear and the lag is minimal, I hope. Is it better? Adam, is it better than when you said it lags when I reduced it from 2500 to 2000? Is it any better or not? Yes, Adam, I sure will. Let me let me just get rid of my curiosity about the system, and then by all means, I'll be here and we'll chat a bit. So Lucid says the stream appears to be starting and stopping fairly frequently. Not sure why that is. Anyone else notice that? Okay, so is it my voice that stops and starts, or is it the picture, what you see on the screen, or both? Is it like together? Sanki, great to see you here. My pleasure. I'm glad that you enjoy the videos. At the moment, I'm trying to get help to find out if the quality of the live streaming is okay. Adam, it's not offline. This is now live and online. Oh, yeah, it says live. So I wonder. Just remember, guys, this is not really meant for a good presentation right now. It's just testing them. So once I'm done with it, I'll be more than happy to answer a few questions before I get off the air and try to fix things here. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to make sure this thing is working properly. Okay, so I'm not going to touch it now anymore just to see if it's going to be, okay or not, and I'll just rely on your inputs. Still skipping quite a bit for me, Lucid says. Appears to keep loading and lagging. Okay. Mind my internet. Okay. And how about somebody else? Is it the same experience as you guys, as Lucid just said, that it keeps skipping a lot and appears to be loading and lagging? Is that the same for everybody else, or is it just Lucid's end? Sankey says, Mehran, I am facing problem to forget. Oh, okay, that's a question. Yeah, okay. We'll get to questions. I assure you, I promise you. I will answer your questions before I go off the air. But right now, I need help to see if the system is working properly. Lucy said, oh, testing the system. My apologies then. It was hard to make that out given the start and stop sim. Okay, no problems. The quality is great now. Okay, so Adam says the quality is good. And Sandeep says, okay, good, Sandeep. I'm glad. Right now, Sandeep, I need your input to see how the quality of the picture and the sound is on this live streaming before I get to answer any questions. It's just meant for that. Christian, hello, dear. Christian, we are checking the system. So let me know how the quality is at your end, the voice and the streaming, the pictures. And Sankey says it is similar to like Skype. No problem at all. Oh, okay, good. Guys, Lucid says, guys, could you all confirm, deny the stream quality? It is still lagging for me. Could use more feedback. Okay, so could everybody please, whoever is hearing us at the moment, whoever is online at this test portion of the live streaming, make a comment as the quality of the picture and the sound the lagging or choppiness, whatever it is that you feel is not good, make a comment so everybody else will also be able to read the comments, and then I will know, is it certain individuals or certain ends computer system or line or connection, or is it from my end? So I need those comments. If you wouldn't mind, just write it down, and I will then read it. Then we'll get to some questions before I go off the air, because that was simply a test of the system for later on live streaming. So yes, Sandeep John, I will be more than happy to address your question, but at the moment I'm trying to see how the system is, live stream quality is. So I need comments on the quality of the picture and the sound and the choppiness of the live streaming, so I will know if I can use it soon enough for the next week or so before we go on to answer some questions. So Lucide says getting better on my side. So okay, and now it says whoops, spoke too soon. Okay, that means it's not good. Adam says, I think it's certain individuals working fine for me. Okay, so it's working fine for you. Okay, that tells me something. I have an indicator here that the live streaming health, sometimes if it's green, that means I've got the optimum quality. And then sometimes when it's red, that means it's kind of gone down. Right now it's orange. And even when it's orange, Adam says it's good for him. That means so it's not bad. Sandeep says voice is good, just live video streaming is slow. All right, okay, okay. I will do a different test later on. Okay. If I don't have any other comments on the quality, then I can start answering some of your questions, and then I'll try to get on with what I was trying to do here. Because this is not a session, this is only for us to get this system going, whoever is online. And Psyche says, it's all right. Oh, okay, for you is good, all right. George, hello George. We are trying to see how the quality of the sound and the pictures are, George. It's just a test run for the live streaming. It's not a session. However, could you send me a comment? Let me know what quality you see from your end, so I'll know what I've done here. The configuration is okay. And Sam, hello Sam. Good to see you, dear. And George says, can I just say to you, I've watched many of your videos and they give me so much comfort. Good, good. I'm delighted to hear that. Once I get this working well, we'll have more of the live streams going. Right now, as you know, I have live streams going, live talks going on Facebook page. Probably 2 hours a week when I get to it, Saturdays and Sundays. But I really want to get onto the YouTube live streaming. That is the intention of testing a system tonight. After many months, I finally figured it out. I had to upgrade my operating system and so on. So let me read your comments about the quality of the picture and the voice and the choppiness of the image and all that. And then once I get all that, then I know the test has given me some feedback. Then we'll get on with some of the questions. And then, of course, I say good night until we formally will have some real live sessions. So, George, I wanted to thank you. Okay, good. Sound good. Streaming is slow. Okay, Sam, thank you. And George says, also your audio is perfect. However, the image could be bigger. Ah, image could be bigger. All right, let me try that. Let me try that. How is the image now? George, is the image fixed up? What software are you using? George says, I'm using the OBS, the Open Broadcasting System. Yeah, OBS is the one I'm using. But it's the first time I'm trying to put it to work. And Sankey says, I must say you are the best. Thank you, dear. From many days, I want to talk to you. I always appreciate your point of view. Great. I'm glad to see it. We'll have more of this once I figure this thing out. I love doing this. I love helping you guys out. I love discussing about the matters of psyche, thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, and ego, and how they interrelate and they work together, and how they make you feel the way you do in light of your life challenges and negotiating your day-to-day events of life, and of course, including your relationships and breakups and so on and so forth. We will be, I'm trying to get more time allocated to this venture, which I love to do. At the same time, I have to find a way to get the channel supported financially so I can allocate more time and eventually just attend to what is really important to me, which is this. Now, you know that on my site, mindthatseekstruth.com, I have a Skype consultation that I do that around the world. That's one-on-one. And of course, there are books. There are printed books that are in bookstores here in Canada. Of course, they're expensive because they're printed matters. They're heavy, 200 pages, 360 pages, 600 pages, 3 different books. And they're like $100. But I've turned them all into very cheap, like $4 and $5 and $6 ebooks, so everybody can now afford it, and there's no economic agenda there because once the PayPal gets their pay and marketing costs and all that, there's nothing here. But I want to make sure that everybody with any currency around the world would find it easy to acquire one. So please go ahead to my site mindthatseekstruth.com and go on the ebook and acquire the books that you feel it's good for you. Me, My Psyche, and I, and Transient Thoughts and Me is very, very good and important stuff in there, and they're very cheap now. So I hope that you guys get it, and that will help the channel, and then of course I'll be able to spend more time here. Now let's get back to see what we have done here. George says, perfect, it's full screen now. Okay, good, now I learned that. And Adam says image is perfect now. Okay, good. And it's full screen. Good, Sam. Within the OBS settings, I recommend increasing the bitrate in the output tab to produce a smoother. Increase it. All right. All right. I'll do that for the next time because I don't think I can do that while I'm actually broadcasting. Let me see. Output the bitrate. Actually, I can. Let's see. I'm going to increase the bitrate to what? From 160 to 192, and let's see how that works. Warning: the streaming audio bitrate will be set to 160, which is the upper limits for the current streaming service. Ah, okay. All right. So obviously, it doesn't let me go any higher than 160. It says whatever I do, it'll come back to 160. So I better behave with it so it will not disturb. So obviously it should have something to do with your connections and my connections. Now let's see what else. I have Bianca. Bianca says, I love your videos and your outlook of life. Good, thank you for being here, Bianca. Sam says, audio is breaking a bit. It looks like connectivity issue. Okay. Set it to 2000 bitrate. Bitrate for the one that you told me, George, 160 is why this stream is so light. No, you see, there are two things here, George. One is the output audio bitrate, but I have now the video bitrate at 2500, which is higher than 2000. So unless I have to bring it lower than 2500, it's already set at 2500 video bitrate, and the audio bitrate is 160, which apparently doesn't go any higher than that. And I'm going to change it 2500 to 2000 and see if that makes it any better, guys. So I now changed 2500 video bitrate to 2000, and I'm going to give it a few seconds and see if the quality will change or not, and you guys let me know. George, you think 2500 is good, huh? So maybe I should go back to 2500. It may be a case of internet connection. Yeah, I think. So I'm going to go back to 2500, and then we're going to end this test, and we're going to answer some of your questions. So I think my settings are not too bad, but looks like when I brought it to 2000, it didn't make any difference. And so I'm going to take it to 2500 and hope that it will still be okay. Okay, now, and thank you very much, guys, for being so kind and putting up with this test and help me to answer some of your questions. Now, let me go to fix this up, and now I will answer some of the questions. The first questions that we got here, wow, this looks pretty good here. We got a bunch of people here. Obviously, this is a better way to have our live stream going. Now, first question we have is from Adam. Adam says, I've been wondering if you have any mental strategies to get over your ex being with multiple guys, even when I broke up with her. Adam, I need a little bit of explanation. She has been with multiple guys before you met her and became a couple, or during, while you guys were supposed to be exclusive, or you're talking about after you broke up, she's now with multiple people, like, you know, sleeping with them and stuff like that. Clear that question for me, and I'll be more than happy to put my 2 bits in for you. So I'll go to the next question until I get response from Adam in this regards. Let me see. George asks if the system. No, it doesn't say anything that I'm losing. It says encoding overloaded. Consider turning down VI something. Dropped frame 45299 live recording. So yeah, it says encoding overloaded. Consider turning down VL something. I don't see the rest here. Dropped frame 45861, 88% or something like that. Encoding overload. Consider turning down what? Turning down VL something. Let me see. What is it talking about? Turning down VL something. Stream. Probably it's talking about turning down video bitrate. Yeah. Because there's no VL something here. Yeah, okay. Turn off any outputs to change video settings. Outputs. Yeah, maybe I'm going to turn down the video output, the streaming to less than 2000. Let's see what happens. Is there any change here? No change. So I guess that setting of 2500 or 2000 is just fine. It oscillates between red and orange, the quality. What if I make it smaller? Okay, at least it's not overloaded anymore. Okay, I got an idea what this does. So we're just gonna now attend to you guys and see. All right, now let's see if Adam has responded. Adam says no, after I broke up with her. Okay, I see now. You have broken up with her and you want to know how you can handle the fact that she's going out with a bunch of other people. All right. So, Adam, do you think that you would want to be with a woman who is actually sleeping with a bunch of other people? Let's say you've never met her. Let's say you guys were not a couple and you just saw this girl and you said, oh, she's nice or whatever. And then you saw her with this guy and that 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 guy. Or you heard about her best friends told you, or somehow you were sure this is what she's doing. Would you still want to be going out with her? If your answer is no, which I would hope that would be the answer, so that would be the same way you should be looking at it right now. It doesn't matter that you have some memories with her and you have this pictorial file in your brain that you've slept with her, you've been with her, and you have these elements of producing desire already available in your psyche, in your consciousness. You know, in order to have desire, we've discussed it in many videos. Now, I don't want to take this to become a big session for us because there's a bunch of other questions that I want to answer. But you know that in order for desire to arise, to be produced, you make a contact with your eyes. You see something. Let's say it's a car or a girl or a horse, whatever it may be. You make a contact. And then you say, wow. Then you go closer. And when you go closer, you touch the car. You sit behind the wheel, you open the trunk and you look at the engine. And when you sit behind the wheel, then you imagine the pictorials, the certain kind of images come to your mind that how you would look like if you're driving it, how the others would see you when you're driving. And all that imagery creates the idea of desire. The desire is born. Because once you see it, then you go and then you touch the car, the sensor is coming to the picture. And now you are ready for the next step, which is the images to come to your mind, that function of that thing in relation to you, how it affects your image of yourself in your own mind when you're driving the car. And the same thing when you're with a person, that you see a girl, you make contacts, eyesight, and then you go closer, you introduce yourself, or somehow eventually you guys get this energy interchange. Now it's a little different than the car. You don't have to touch, but the energy interchange. And when you hold hands or then there's some intimacy involved, of course, before that, just the fact that you've exchanged energy, close proximity, and maybe that non-physical is actually the same as touching the car, even though it's non-physical in this case, but there's an energy because both entities are alive, so there's an energy touch in a way. When you have had some kind of a pleasant interaction and some interest beyond just the regular communication interaction, which we do with lots of people around during our day. We don't have any other feeling with every woman that we see, but if there is a basic interest because of your, the physical attributes or certain things that interest you in that girl, and then you get close and start talking, and that energy exchange, it would be like touching the car. The sensories come into the picture, and then you, of course, if you hold hands, then it expedites that imagery of being together and the promise of intimacy and all that. The desire is born. Now, when you've already been with a girl, all that information for desire to be born already is recorded and exists in your mind. Therefore, there is no longer necessary for you to be beside her, to talk to her, to touch her, to do things with her in order for desire to be born. It's already been recorded, and you already have that file. You have all the ingredients for desire to be born. So now, even though you broke up with her, every time you think of her, suddenly the file of all those communication, energy exchange, touching and all that, just like we talked about the car, the imagery of the sexuality and the sexual intimacy and all the things you got, all those images already created and are there. They will come to surface when you think of her. And because they come to surface, it seems to you, to your system, to your brain, that all the ingredients for creating desire exist now. It's complete. Then you desire her. That's why you desire her. Otherwise, your intellect knows that she's not good for you. Somehow you guys broke up, she's been unfaithful, or you guys didn't hit it off or something, you guys changed or went your different ways. So you're not really interested for her to be whoever she was to you. But you have all these images already created. And that is what kind of cuts into your intellect and makes you feel like that you're supposed to desire this girl because all these info is there. If you understand why you desire her, which you just did because we discussed it, then you will be it will be much tougher for you to think you miss her, because now you know why. It's not really her you miss, it's the feeling you get from all those activities that its imprint is already created, the imagery is already created, all this intimacy and all that, and exists in your memory, in your consciousness. So knowing that can help you as a strategy, the mental strategies that you're asking. And the other idea is that you simply have more respect for yourself. Why would you even care and be interested with a woman who's going around? It tells you you lucked out. You got to look at it the way you should look at it. It's not supposed to mean that you find out your ex is going out with this guy and that guy and that guy, whatever. It's not supposed to make you feel you want her more. It's supposed to tell you, oh, holy mackerel, I actually lucked out. Let me count my stars. Would I want to be with a girl that, who would know? Maybe she would do the same thing when we are still together. How would I know? If a person actually it's acceptable to her that can go with multiple, relationships at the same time, you got to decide if that is okay with you. If it's okay with you, well, great. If it's not okay with you, then you'll know, well, then good thing that he broke up. I don't want to miss it. And you go on and create new images, because right now the last girl you wear is always the girl that comes to your mind when you are when you're excited or you feel you crave intimacy and all that. Always the last experience with the girl is the easiest one that comes up to your memory. So what you need to do, it looks like you don't remember any other pretty girl's face, and you don't think anybody is better than her because you have a first-hand experience with her. So what you need to do is to focus on the prettier girls you see in the movies and television, or you just going about your business, you see a beautiful lady passing by, you just imagine that how wonderful they are, in much better qualification. They're business ladies, they're doing their things, they're active, they're educated, and they're higher quality than the one that you had. So replace, instead of thinking that this was the best of the best that could be possible, you can see there's so many more qualified, more intelligent, more well-dressed, more pleasant, more well-mannered, more qualified ladies out there, whether you see them in a movie or a TV or in real life. You take those as a model to say there are better quality ladies out there, so I don't have to settle with this one. So this one no longer measures up because I can see the world has many other better, more qualified, higher classy ladies that possibly I can hope for to get to know. And that will also replace her as to be the best of whatever you have experienced or of possibilities, and replace it with all the other options that are out there, and you will not feel like, oh, there's no more out there and she was the best. And you will get rid of this idea that she was the best, because that's the reason you crave her. You think she was the best. She wasn't. She was only the one that you had some experience with, and that's why it keeps coming to your mind. Now, I hope that will help you out a bit. And now let's see to the next question. So that was question for Adam. Now, Lucide, are you still there, Lucide? Lucide, are you still there? I'm trying to see if I could discuss your concern. Well, I'm going to discuss it anyhow, whether he's there or not. Lucide said, let's see. Lucide said, just broke up officially as of tonight. Okay. Was expecting something was around the bend and have been watching your videos. Okay, you were preparing. Good. They have been very helpful. Thank you. Oh, okay, good. Good. So there's no question here. That's good. Well, you're on your way. You'll have other wonderful possibilities, I'm sure, because there's no shortage of wonderful ladies around the world. It's just that we don't see so many of them at the same day. And when we don't see so many opportunities, we think that the one that we were with was the best and was the only one, and we kind of panic a little bit. But if you open your eyes and be more interactive with the world and see the possibilities out there, you will see, oh, so what? I broke up, so big deal. It's mostly about you missed the intimacy and the fact that you had a certain kind of an order in your life with this relationship. You were used to the mechanical process that was filling out your day, which was I get up, I text her, or I go see her, go to work, and afterwards we do this, we do that, this and that interaction or activities. So you had a certain kind of mechanical process, and now the mechanical process is broken. It's changed. The order of your life, the way that you've been doing things and used to, which she was part of it, is changed. The fact that you were building a story with her, like, this is how we met, this is what we did, this is where we went, this memory, this fight, that, all that what is like a story, and suddenly it's now broken. Now you have an actor in your story, but you don't know what role she has now because she's no longer there. You have a story to continue, but your actress, your main character, is left. Now you kind of lost. What do I do with the rest of the story? Because I was just writing one. We're coming here, we're going to go, let's say, to this and the next stage of relationship and next stage, and this is what we were going to do. And suddenly she's no longer there. So my story wants to continue, but the actor is not there, and you're kind of a little bit confused. Just realize there are lots of actors out there that don't want to get into that movie that you're producing, which is the journey of your life. And you can be sure there's no shortage of that. So given time, you will find the right person to cast for your production. So I hope that you were here to hear it. Champion. Prince. Okay, you guys are here. Yeah, finally I got some ability to do live streaming. Looks like now the quality is very good because I can see the quality is now green, and so with looks like I got to keep the same setting for the next time. Now, the third question we had here after lucid is so so we have next question, Sandeep. Sandeep says, can you please explain me, sir, that you did it happen to me even if I given my 100% to my partner for her happiness, then she cheated and left me. I see. So Sandeep, I think he says that he gave his 100% effort and best foot forward and did everything he could to bring happiness or satisfy the expectations of his girlfriend, and yet she cheated him and she left. So why are you surprised? Why would it bother you? Because why do you expect everybody to be decent and appreciative? So that means that was her quality, her character, that you chose the wrong person to give your best to. First, you should not have to give in everything you got. You got to see if that person is qualified. If you have a company and you're the president of the company and you hire a new employee, let's put it this way. I don't mean any disrespect or demeaning to anybody. It's just the way that we can deliver a point. Let's say you're a president of a company and you hire some new employee. Are you going to give him or her, to give this employee the top dollar that that employee could have if that employee was working for 5 years for the company? No, you will give them the entry level package, which is certain amount of money, certain kind of benefits, and something that would fit their expertise and experience in their field, and the fact that they're just joined the company. They still have to learn the way that the company does things, and you'll see the qualifications. And through a next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and so on, you will see how they perform and how expert they are in their thing and how they care about the success of the company and so on. Then you increase their level from their entry level to a higher level, and their benefits will go higher, and their wages and salary will go higher, and so on and so forth. That's the way the process of qualification is. Otherwise, you can't just have somebody who finished university come to the company and say, okay, yeah, great, here, you can be vice president. No, I can't do that, right? You can't give all those benefits to them if they haven't been qualified, they haven't shown care and qualification. So why is it that when many of you guys get a girlfriend, as soon as you get a girlfriend, she agrees to go out with you, suddenly you think she's the princess of the world, she's the queen of the land, and she qualifies to be your god. If you think it through, you'll see that the possibility and promise of intimacy, which is all of you are programmed for procreation, and you want that in your genes, that's why you go after a girl. That's why you think she's everything, because that's what you really think is everything to you. And if a girl is it has the possibility to provide that kind of a relationship and that kind of a promise for you, that kind of possibility, you suddenly give them the whole qualification that is necessary for them to become or considered that you would do your best for them. Before they qualify, you're doing your best. You're giving them all these titles. It's like you enter university and the teacher gives you, oh, graduation year is, but I just joined this year. No, no, no. You qualify. Why? That is as stupid as if you get graduation from university in the first year. You have to study, you have to learn more and more and be more qualified. But this is not the way you guys, treat fairly your girlfriend, or if a girl has a boyfriend. But mostly guys tend to give the honorary graduation to their girlfriend as soon as they meet, because they think all she needs to be qualified is the fact that she's here, she's with me, without really seeing how her manners are, how her abilities are, how her uh, contribution to the relationship is, and so on and so forth. So first, you respect yourself and you expect something in return for the efforts that you make in that relationship. And if it's reciprocating, if the other side also doing the same thing, then okay, now we got something that we should even be more in tuned, and do even more for her, because she's also interested to make the relationship work. But when you pour your heart out right off the bat and do everything, and she suddenly thinks, well, she doesn't think much of herself. And then she thinks, well, if this guy is going all out crazy for me, and I don't think really much about myself, so maybe he's not much. Because if this guy goes for me and I don't think I'm much, I don't have that much confidence, then that means this guy is not much. And that's why she suddenly thinks she's better than you. And then she thinks you're just, not that hot, that important. She goes out, cheats somebody else because maybe, she hasn't conquered them, or she hasn't gotten them to comply that she's all that, and she's looking for that attention. Most people in the world looking for that affirmation and attention. And if they're not confident and classy and educated and wise and strong, they will be attracted to anybody in Tom, Dick, and Harry who would just say, give him some kind of affirmation and make him feel good. So because they don't feel good on their own by themselves, they're looking for anybody who would be nice to them and smile at them, or promise them something, and suddenly they say, oh, maybe I should go here and see how much I'm worth. These are lack of credentials, lack of confidence in their own. So what she has done has nothing to do with you. There is no reflection on you. It is her problem. It is her lack of quality of standards. So it's not a reflection on you, and that shouldn't mean that she's still better than you or anything. She just means that she wasn't qualified. That's how you should look at it. If you gave your best and she went and cheated on you and left you, that means you just wasted your money on the wrong horse. Let's put it this way. You did not know enough before you put all your heart into that relationship. That's why you should first go slow. See if that person is proving to you as much as you're trying to prove to her that you want to be working towards a good relationship. And that's perhaps what you should focus on. She wasn't good enough with you, so it doesn't matter who she's with, who she cheated. Go count your stars that you found this out right now and not a year from now. Now, hope that will put something for you to think about. Now, let's go to next question. Okay, it's okay. Sam, okay. George, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. We discussed that. My pleasure, George. Glad that you're enjoying the channel. Sam, okay, some more question there. Good. Yeah, the quality seems to have settled down. We had it green for a while, now I have it in orange, and it seems to be acceptable. Um, okay, thank you. So me, Sankey, and now we have George. Again, no, it's all good. So we don't have any question here. Let's see. Bianca says she likes the videos. Okay. Now Bianca says I keep on meeting emotionally unavailable men. Bianca says I keep on meeting emotionally unavailable men. Do you have any advice how to get better at picking a good partner to date? Not really. It's just that the only advice I can give you is that why would you become emotionally available before you can see enough signs that they're emotionally available? So hold off to your horses. Don't let your emotions to run before you can see it's an appropriate setting for your emotion to be let loose. In other words, first go slow, find out if that person is in the right place as you are. If that person is available or has got hang-ups or has got baggages or has got things that he's dealing with and is not ready for a new relationship. Once you figure that out, then you let yourself to find that person qualified enough to embark on exchanging emotion with him towards building a relationship. Otherwise, if you just decide that this person has certain kind of standards that you're looking for or characteristics that you're looking for, therefore, then you start giving him emotions. Well, many people that, I walk in the street, maybe she's beautiful enough, she has a certain persona or dressed like professionally, business-like, or pleasantly, and maybe it's to my taste, but that doesn't mean anything. It's all physical attributes. Before I can get to know her consciousness, before I can get to know if we can bond on that level, if there are things in common with, all that, why would I think that the physical appearance and physical characteristics or standards that could meet my standards on that woman is good enough for me to suddenly expedite my emotions and without really see if she's qualified or not mentally and in consciousness, I just offer that emotion out to her. Why? And the same thing you should not just simply think that, oh, this guy, is looks like that, you're a lady looking for a certain kind of a guy, and this guy has all their characteristics, and suddenly you, without any more qualifications to see from that person, you're willing to give your, emotions a chance to, explore the situation. You shouldn't. So go slow. That's what my my suggestion is for you. Now, Sankey says, I always miss the sexual memories and intimacy part. Then I search for her Facebook picture. Then I feel I should, okay. After that, I feel guilty and so cheap. I think I'm dependable on her. Well, basically, the fact that you set yourself up to miss her is because you go on Facebook and look at her pictures, what she's doing, what she's not. And then so you create all that memory file to come to you and then prone you to actually create the desire for her. And then you back it up by going on Facebook, trying to look at her, find her, instead of simply do without her. Say, okay, that person didn't work out. I don't want to have anything to do with her. and whatever else it is that you find necessary for you to do to get over this feeling, well, you do, but don't constantly think of her. You know, you read between the lines. Okay, now let's go to the next one. And don't feel guilty for whatever that you said you're doing. There's no guilt involved. Why should you feel guilty? That's what boys do. That's okay. Psyche says, I'm only 19 years old and I'm depressed and guilt of sexual past experiences. Why guilt of sexual past experiences? Why guilt? But she has no problems. She slept with many guys and she cheats me, always seeking for sexual intimacy. Okay, so why do you miss her anyhow? If you want somebody who's just for you and exclusive as you want to be for her, then why should you be with this girl at all? And why should you feel guilty about the past experiences? If you have had some, relationship or experience with another girl before this girl, there's no guilt there. What's a guilt there for? Just make sure that you are aware of the risks and possibilities, and you protect yourself, and be kind to her, and so on. And if both of you are of legal age, and both of you agree, and then there's what's the guilt there? Don't put yourself in that position. So I don't know which country has what legal age. So when I say legal age, that means you are of legal age in that country where you are for such relationships. So just make sure everything is with consent and legal and so on and so forth. And that's the way it should be. Now, Adam says, thanks so much. I broke up with her a while ago and it just gets to me here and there, probably because it was my first girlfriend. I'm doing much better lately. Thank you so much. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, it'll be fine. These are all just new emotions, and of course, we all have egos, and we all have this need for attention and loyal relationship and all that. So when it doesn't happen, it seems like, well, end of the world, but it's not. There's going to be so many other relationships going to come through, and you'll just become wiser and better at it and pick better next time. Okay, we're at Prince, now we're here. So it looks like I caught up. Bianca says, thank you, great advice. I will go slow. You have helped me out a lot of times with your videos. Much appreciated. My pleasure. So everybody, looks like we have, Bianca says, I guess a lot of us should set some higher standards when it comes to love. Yes, of course, that is correct. So it looks like we have caught up with all the questions that was here, and I want to remind you again, please do share the videos that you like, because that's the only way this channel can become more and more popular. As you all have told me 1,000 times, many of you, that the channel is amazing and lots of good contents, and you can't find these contents any other channel, you tell me. And if that's the case, but you can all see that other channels that don't have as good a content as you say we do here, they have like 1 million viewers and subscribers. So we want there. Somehow we got to get promoted. So that can happen only by you guys sharing the videos that you like on your social media, on your Facebook pages and so on. And of course, go to the site mindthatseekstruth.com and look at the table of contents of the books and read the sample chapter of the books, and then purchase the ebook versions, which is just very, very nominal, and that would help the channel to have more advertisement and so on to get more popular, and that's the way you can help it out. Now, Jose says, 6 months ago my fiance cheated on me. Long story short, I never saw her again. How do I release my hatred towards her? Love is a double-edged sword. Jose, tell me, is there any benefit from this hate other than bothering your mind and your psyche? Like, do you think when you're hating her and you don't see her, do you think she feels it, and does it fix anything for you? Does it punish her in a way, or is it just punishing your beautiful day and opportunity to meet other wonderful girls in good balanced setting in your mind? all it does, it disturbs you, distracts you, distorts your energy when you want to meet somebody else, and you meet with them with the perception of the other one here. In other words, you meet them with a kind of a hate energy, which you don't direct it towards the new person, but it's in your mind. And the others will not feel you, they feel something, but they also feel some negativity, some hatred. So my suggestion to you is that you use that, what happened, that she cheated you and left, as a very, very lucky positive sign. Why? Because then you found out now that she's no good for you. She's not the right choice. And now you can count your stars that you found this out now, then you were actually really deep into it, a longer relationship, or maybe even got married with her, and then found the holy shit, she's really not that kind of a quality that you were looking for. So take that as a sign of freedom for you, that you were released by having been able to find out that this is what she did and she left, and you're fine with it because you definitely don't want such a person. So if you don't want such a person, and such a person has become that kind of a person that you don't want, and she's no longer in your life, then what better than that? You're free, no hate needed. You go find somebody else and enjoy your life. The heck with that one. What do you care about what she's doing? Let her have her life. Journey is short, life is short. Wish her well. Just say, well, she was just not good enough for me because she behaved not in the way that you would expect. And that's the end of it. That's why you don't want to be with her. So, what's there to hate? What for? Wasting your time. Bianca says, I will thank you. My pleasure. And I thank you too. And Sankey says, thank you, sir. You said, like a troop, like the top, as you always. Lots of respect, sir. I am from India. I know you're from India, and I'm very glad that you could tune in and just set yourself free and go on. There's so many opportunities out there, and find a good person. Roman says, hello, sir. I'm from Israel. Just joined the live stream to say you thank you very much for your videos. It's very helpful and helped me so much. I'm glad it helped you very much, and I'm glad that you are learning things from it and helping yourself to have a better possibilities and choose better next time, and just go on with your life and enjoy. Now we have Razel Ann. Hello, Mehran. Hello, dear. Hello, dear. And Jose says, thank you, Dr. Jose, you're welcome. But you know, Jose, I'm not a doctor. So thank you for the honorary degree of a doctor. But my education university was not in medicine, so therefore that makes me not to be a doctor. So I think we have now done a good test live talk, and I'm delighted that this actually came through okay, and we decided to do this right now. And now, looks like when I make the picture big, then the quality goes down. And when I make the picture small, like now, the quality actually goes to be a better quality, and there would be less lagging. And I think perhaps we should find a happy medium in there somewhere, or maybe was it just a coincidence? Anyhow, I want to thank you all for helping me out to debug this a little bit, and hope that we will soon have another channel, and I look forward for that. And Champion, no, Champion, I didn't see your question. Where was your question? Let's see. Did I answer it or not? All I see here from you says live. This is incredible. And then you said you're fired. That's all I have from you. There's nothing else, Champion. So, Sankey asks, when do you have live again? Well, looks like that we can have live quite often. I don't know yet. I may still have my live talks on Saturday and Sunday on my Facebook page, at least on my own Facebook page, Mind That Seeks Truth, which I hope that you guys have signed up for. If you go on Facebook, if you haven't, it says Mind That Seeks Truth. Then 2 pages comes, one author, one book. Both of them are mine. You can sign up, you can like both pages, and if there's any posts for any live talks, either on Facebook or here, I will post it there. This tonight was just a spare the moment thing. I wanted to get it done because I wasn't able to get on the YouTube streaming because of my, I guess, operating system was not high enough. So I updated it to High Sierra. Now suddenly it took the live streaming key properly, and it didn't switch on me like before it did. And so I thought I will have one quick one to figure out how it works. And it looks like the quality of the picture is good, sound is good, and if you guys agree, then that will be for tonight. Champion says, I still think of her after 2 years, even in my dreams. Is this normal? How do I stop that? Thank you. Well, this is normal because you think of her. As long as you keep thinking of something, the synaptic connections, the neurons will continue becoming stronger, and they build more bridges between the neurons, and then all these information passes through, and they become more and more available on the top of your head in your memory line. It's like if you play piano, the more you play, the stronger you get. You play tennis, the more you play, the better and more easily you will play. The quality of it will go. The more you do of something, the stronger you get on that. And the less you do of that, the synaptic neurons, the bridges, they'll become, there's a protein called, I think it's CQ1, I'm not sure what it was, I forgot the name of it, that when you sleep and you haven't used that certain kind of, let's say, piano playing, this protein goes and marks that unused bridge, unused synaptic neurons, and then the microglia go and destroy. They find that marked neurons, and they go destroy that bridge, and pretty soon, when you haven't played piano and the bridges are destroyed because you haven't played for a while, then you will have a hard time to remember how to play it until you really start remembering and practicing again. Same thing with tennis. So the less you do of something, the less you will remember. That's how you delete your memory. It's there's a video I have which is much more elaborate, and it's called How to Delete Your Memory. How to delete memory. If you go and search on my channel, How to Delete Your Memory, that will come and you will see the complete explanation of it, which I can't really get into it right now, and I don't remember exactly what I said there. So, however, that was the short of the long. So the reason you keep thinking about it is normal because you keep thinking about it. You stop thinking about it, focus on something else, and don't think that she was all that. There are other possibilities. You build something out of yourself. When you don't build anything out of yourself, you feel inferior, and you feel she's better than you, and you crave her. But you build something out of yourself, do your studies well, get a better job, and build your life, focus on your life, then you feel more proud of yourself, more confident in yourself. Then you won't think just anybody come out the door, or it deserves to have your time and your emotions towards her. And then things will tip to your favor, and you will be more balanced. So that is perhaps something that can help you out. Sanki says, but we want YouTube. Yes, I will do YouTube. Now that it was just the first session, we were just testing the system to see how it works or not. Now that I've learned it and we know that it works, I will have more YouTube live streams, and then depending on how well it's received and how we can promote the ebooks, which they're very nominal now on the site, and how many people will buy the ebooks to support the channel, so we could put more time and more advertisements to get the channel more popular. And then, of course, we'll have more and more sessions. That would be easy. Now, my pleasure. Thank you guys for being here. I'm glad I had this opportunity to spend some time with you, and I hope to answer some of your questions. And it's time for me to say goodnight, because it was just a test run to see if the YouTube live stream works on my computer. Now that we know, we'll have more of it later. So thank you again. Make sure you share the videos. Make sure to visit my site, mind.seekstruth.com, and I look forward to see you guys next time. Be good to yourself, to the others, and talk to you soon. Bye for now.